everyone. Welcome to yet another new series on the channel. So, quickly before we get into this, welcome to Shadow of the Colossus, by the way. I figured I might as well say this, that I'm going to shortly start looking into proper audio scripts to do some, I guess, more traditional ASMR videos for the channel. I should not have done that. I literally just got out of this cutscene before. Just ignore that. Yeah, so that'll be a thing to look forward to. So this channel is no longer just going to be gaming content. But for what it's worth, I am still going to be doing that to, you know, break up videos and to be kind of the backbone of what I've got going on. And this is one of my favorite games ever. One that's slightly more awkward to get organized because I am running this on a PS2 emulator. Because I do have a PS2. I've never been a PlayStation guy, but I do have a PS2. I do not have Shadow of the Colossus for it, though. It is just much more convenient to do it on emulator. I also don't have anything to record a PS2 gameplay session with. More pressingly, I don't have an Elgato game card. I mean, it's not, you know, attached to my connected to my computer anyway. But yeah, this is a game that I only found out about a few years ago through Jacksepticeye, which was for a long time his favorite game. I believe it's still his second favorite now. And so I looked into it, I started playing it, and I am hooked. It's a really, really easy game to come back to over and over again. It's not easy in the sense of gameplay, because it's quite hard, but I think it's endlessly replayable, which I think is a very, very valuable trait for a game to have. So, this is Wanda, our main character, riding on the back of Agro, his horse, who is gigantic. And we are coming into, I can't remember what the official name for this temple is. Yeah, we are coming in to essentially revive our dead sister, girlfriend, childhood friend. It's never quite made clear. Mono or Mono, however you want to say it. Which, all the names I am kind of westernizing, you know. Because this is a Japanese game made by Fumito Ueda, which I am so hyped for for news to come out about the next game that his new studio is making. It was revealed at the Game Awards, and well, I don't know, this was a little while back now, but that was easily the thing I was most hyped about on the night, even if none of it made a whole lot of sense. So for the record, don't try and translate the audio here. This is a made-up language that takes inspiration from Japanese, and there's some European influence in here. It's kind of Nordic, but it's mostly based on Japanese. You might also have to forgive me for what my voice quality is like, because I've just finished eating, and some stuff did get stuck in my throat, but I didn't want to wait any longer. I wanted to just get straight into this. So the graphics are going to look a little bit janky. I mean, this game came out in like 2005. I originally looked to see if there was a good PS4 or PS3 emulator. I couldn't really find either, so I decided to settle on PS2, which is why it looks the way it does, but I think it also has a lot of charm to it in the PS2 version that I think it's kind of hard to replicate. Like, I like original versions of games. It's part of the reason why you won't see me playing, well, you probably won't be seeing me play Dishonored 2. Also just because I'm not the biggest fan. Hello, Dorman. The audio design in this game is some of the best I've ever heard, by the way. You know I'm big into that. So I still don't really know how the voice is able to communicate with him. Because I'm not going to give away any spoilers in this, but the fact that Dorman can speak in there doesn't really make any sense. One thing that I do vastly prefer about this version than the PS4 version is the way that Dorman's voice mixing works. In the PS4 version, everything they say reverbs a bunch of times before they start. It goes, that kind of thing. It kind of fades in like that, whereas in this one it's much more sort of ethereal sounding. It's also not entirely clear how old Wanda's meant to be. Because he sounds like he's in his like 20s, or like a anime teenager, like anime late teenager, but he carries himself like like the way he stands and swings his sword and stuff feels slightly more childish. So there's a decent few cutscenes in this game. They pop up every now and then. They're notoriously very long. However, that's not something to worry about. With this playthrough, I'm going to do the same thing that every other person who's ever played this on YouTube does, and go 2 Colossi at a time. So in this first episode, as the title would suggest, it's just going to be Valus and Quadratus, and there'll be one more little cutscene where we come back to her after the first one, but that makes it just look like water, which it's not. That's a bit of a sign of the times, I guess. Alright, let's Might take me a little bit of time to get used to the controls again, because it's been a few months since I last played this, I think. But I hear you, aggro. She's over that way somewhere. There I am. Alright. There you go. So I generally play through my the same save file over and over, which well, I've actually bound these buttons to be different, but whatever. I might as well show you this. Yeah, you get your sword out and you look around and it shows you where the next Colossus is. We are going straight ahead up that little passage there. However, the first thing I want to do, if you could slow right down, please, aggro. Nope. Oh, you know what? Fucking let me get off. I was hoping you'd cooperate with me. Give me you. Give me some more health. And there are also lizards around that you take their tails and they give you like grip stamina. Only one, that's annoying. But yeah, as I was saying before, I generally use the same save for all my playthroughs, which you essentially just New Game Plus it, where it lets you use your current health bar and your current, stamina meter and that kind of thing. So it will have been a while since the last time I've completely started fresh. So let's see if that impacts how I'm able to play at all. So I'm also thinking this first episode might actually be a little bit short because I would like to think I'm quite good at these by now. And certainly these first ones. Wait. Okay, I've found my feet with the controls again. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit weird. The rolling mechanic is off, but whatever. So yeah, the build up to the first Colossus is actually really good at showing you the ropes when it comes to the mechanics. You could have gone a little bit further, mate. Alright, let's go. Let's get my bow out since that's the first thing I'll need. And we are introduced to the first Colossus, which I really like the fact the first guy's name is Valus, V-A-L-U-S, and the final Colossus' name is Malus, M-A-L-U-S. I don't know why. I find it really poetic that the first and last Colossi names rhyme. Alright, let's go. Why are you talking to me? Oh God. I should have started this in hard mode. Oh wait, no, that's not an option. You only get a hard mode option once you've beaten the game the first time round. Let me up on that ass. I'm gonna run out of grip. Yeah, I was saying that me having played with so much stamina is going to have been a crutch. This is not a great look. Don't shake. Please don't shake. He's gonna shake. Okay, no, he only shook his head, we're fine. They still, like, the design of the Colossi still holds up really well, actually. He barely shakes at all, I love that. Thank you, dude. I probably shouldn't be actively trying. Well, I guess I'm not actively trying to speedrun these. It's just I've played these a lot, so I just kind of know what I'm doing. But that can be you guys' you know, feedback for the first episode. Am I going too quickly? Am I just kind of speeding through the game a bit too much? I don't. I'd love it if there was a way that you could actually get away from those. Which that's kind of like the soul of the Colossus, by the way. Also, I do not remember those like tassel things that he has. Those might be his arrows, which even then I remember even less. I believe that's meant to be Mono's breathing. Yeah, let me know if you think I'm going too quick or anything like that. Shrine of Worship was the name. Because I don't want it to feel like I'm not doing the game service by kind of just blitzing through it, because you know it's not my intention when it comes to games on this channel. By now I try to, you know, do them justice and you know, really let them play out properly. You know, my Borderlands series is going to be long. My Bioshock series is going to get to close to a dozen episodes. I'd like to think I somewhat took my time with my Dishonored series. You know, my Terraria one's probably going to take a while, so, you know. And I'm looking to probably also have that be the case with my next one that I'm going to record as soon as we're done here. I'm going to jump on to Batman Arkham Asylum, and that'll be my final series that I start up for the time being. So one of my favourite parts about this game is the fact that Dorman will give you like a little brief overview of what the upcoming boss is like, and they kind of get there are some of them that are much more. There are some of them that are much more kind of telling, I guess. Hi, Aggro. However, just a nice little thing to kind of, you know, help out anyone who's new to the game, kind of get like a brief idea of what they're doing. Yes, these are our save points. Which you might think, why is it necessary to have save stations if you're going to come back to the temple after each Colossus? And especially when it's the case that for each Colossus it saves like at the start of the fight, but it is it's because, I mean, like you saw before with the fruit, like there are those little collectible items that do play a big impact in how you end up playing. It looks like I'm holding a sword when I'm definitely not. I'm just taking the bow out because, again, that will be. It's quite often the first thing you need in these fights, actually. But yeah, when you get like lizards and fruit and stuff, it's nice to be able to save in the middle of those, to be able to have those on standby without having to, go back to the effort of getting them all over again. I also like it when they do little bits like this to be like, okay, make sure you see that giant door right there. That's where you got. Even if the quality wasn't amazing back then. There is part of me that wonders if, if anyone's watching that kind of, I guess, grew up with this era of games. Like, I'd have been 3 when the game originally came out. So, not me. Plus, I didn't really get into gaming until I was like 7, 8, 9 anyway. And I only really properly immersed myself in it when I was like 10, 11. If you see graphics like that, or I guess saw, like before we have such drastic improvements that we do today, where would your brain be able to like see something like that from a distance and be like, okay, yeah, that is exactly this. You know what I mean? Because I think there's probably an argument that the modern brain, being so used to much higher fidelity games, like much higher res games rather. Fidelity is about audio. Hi, Quadratus. Could you come here, please? I don't like making you guys angry, though. You're actually going to do the thing. I don't know if you are. He's setting himself up for it. Yeah, he is. Oh yeah, I can never remember what side he falls on. Right, that way. I was thinking of Bassaran. What's also useful is your grip strength goes up a little bit each time you beat a Colossus anyway. So that does help quite a lot. Oh yeah, get yourself up there. Oh, no, stand back up. Oh, come on, man. Stop falling over. Oh, God's sake, man. I was trying to go for a running jump. That just didn't want to happen. Well, why fucking turn around and look at me. It's so much easier to turn this way. You big idiot. Yeah, with like modern advancements in graphics and gaming. Ivor, are you limping? Please don't be hurt. There you are. Oh, what a shot. If I do say so myself, and I do. Like, you see something like that big gate door thing, wall, whatever, in like such high quality nowadays. And like then you see older versions of it and you might just kind of take it for granted or not, quite get what it's meant to represent as well. Does that make sense? Like, I wonder if our minds have gotten used to taking in our era of graphics, I guess. Like, in 20 years' time, will we like, will our minds not be able to really comprehend the graphical advancements then? Which, you know, what will they even be? It can't get that much better than now, right? One would think. We done here? Here we are. So this Colossus is a little bit of a step up from the last one. Like, firstly, you've got to, you know, shoot an arrow at it to bring it down in the first place. Okay, what is going on here? Oh my god. And then also, what? Wonder. Making me look stupid, man. And then also it has 2 runes on it. Come on. I'm just trying to get through you so I can get to my favourite one quicker. Which, I'll be fascinated to see anyone who's watching this series that may not have seen this game before, or anyone who has seen this game, or played it. Anyone who already knows this game, I would be fascinated to know who your favourite Colossi are, and anyone who hasn't seen this game before, who will be watching it for the first time with me, I'm fascinated as to who your favourites will be by the time we're done here. Let me finish him off before I spew my own thoughts. Come on. There we go. I like how there's a bit of reverb on every stab, except for the one that kills them. It just goes really muted. I love that. My favourite ones are 3, 5, 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, and 13. So there's 16 in the game altogether, and out of those, I would give, what was that, 3/8 of them, like a 9 out of 10. I think the general consensus is that the favourite is the next one coming up, the first one that will be in next episode. But my personal favourite is number... Oh, it's hard to say. My go-to answer is number 5. But I really love number 10. Like, he's gone up in my ranks a lot. Just because he's the scariest by a mile. And I'm loving being on this little horror kick lately. Yeah. His statue looks a little bit goofy, but he is sick. So this, assuming that the cutscene ends off here, which it looks like it will do. Yeah. I'm actually going to be ending this video here. We are just coming up to half an hour, which is shorter than I expected. The longer the cutscene at the start didn't go on as long as I thought it would. But yeah, I'd like to think this was nice and action-packed. Also, I realised I didn't bring this up in my last video. I've decided to make it a fixture that when I'm doing these gaming videos, I'm going to keep my little buddy Jonathan at the bottom of the screen. That's my little gingerbread man. He's my stream mascot. He's from a website called Capamon, where you get a little animated figure like that. And he responds to like chat messages and stuff. And I thought it's a nice little cute representation to have on my screen since I don't use a webcam for these. So that's me explaining that, because he was on screen for my Borderlands video as well. And I just didn't explain that. And most of you guys watching this won't understand why he's there either in this video. So I figured I'd explain it now. And now a bunch of people are going to be really confused, so I'll have to say it again at the beginning of the next video, which is going to be my Batman Arkham Asylum one. So I hope you guys will be there with me for that. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. I should have said this at the start as well. It's been amazing. I've only been routinely posting on that channel for like 6 months, and I'm already up to like 300 hours of watch time, and like coming up to 2,000 views is insane. And I promise I will start to branch out a bit more. I will be doing more of these gaming videos, but I will be doing, some scripted stuff, is my hope. I just need to find what my niche is for that, I think, because I'm not necessarily like the boyfriend ASMR type. And maybe some more traditional stuff as well. So we'll see where it goes. I've been really enjoying it, and so expect to see a lot more from me. Also, go check out my main channel in the link down below for anime content and for a couple of edits that I make that I'm really proud of. And go check out my Twitch channel, where tonight, it is Wednesday, well, every Wednesday, I'm looking to do drinking rules, I'm looking to do drinking games, and I try to watch Naruto on stream whenever I can, so you guys can be there for that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you had a nice, relaxing time with me today, and I will, fingers crossed, see you guys very, very soon. Have a good day, everyone.